Okay, so we're gonna be talking about Meta Business. So you have Facebook and Instagram, obviously, and Meta Business is kind of what organizes your accounts. So if you have a business account, do you hear
I
Mike?
have a business account.
Okay, so Meta Business is going to be a great tool for you to use. It'll be super helpful. Um, so it's like really mainly used to help you organize your content, manage ads, and like check on your insights for like your different posts and stuff. So it's free, which is really nice, and it's a great way to be able to better connect with your audience. So Meta Business Suite is going to be a mobile and desktop app that you can use, and it's going to help you connect. Well, it is connected to your Facebook and Instagram accounts. So this space really, like I was saying, helps you organize everything and be able to better communicate and track the content that you are using. I know we use Meta Business for like our KW accounts and stuff, and that's how I like do all the birthday posts. I use Meta Business and schedule them out, which is nice. So it's just a really great tool to use. So some of the benefits. It is going to be centralized social media management. So instead of having to use like a bunch of different apps to manage your social medias, this is just going to be like one main app that you can use to do your Facebook and Instagram, which is really nice. And it's also nice that it's connected. Like I know that my Facebook and Instagram are connected like through Meta. And when I like post something to my Instagram, it automatically posts to my Facebook, which is nice because I use Instagram like way more than I use my Facebook. So it's automatically like keeping everything up to date and things like that. Um, it also is going to help you track your social media insights. So kind of like what Abigail was talking about last week. I don't know if were you listening in on that or not? It's all good. But she had like a really great couple slides where she showed her social media insight and like the demographic that view her posts and like where the people are viewing her posts from. So like she had more than 50% viewing them from like the Milwaukee area, but then she also was able to see like, oh, there was, I don't know, 10% that are viewing them from Madison and 3% that are viewing them from Cedarburg. So that's a nice feature that it has, that it can show you like where your main following is like from. Another one is going to be post scheduling and content planning. So I'll talk about that a little bit later in the slides. But it's just a really nice tool, and it helps you stay on top of things and organized and consistent. It's going to be one of the main things that's going to help with your consistency in posting on socials is the ability to schedule your posts ahead of time, because it's going to be like 9 p.m. and you're going to be like, shoot, I didn't post today what I was like scheduled to have posted. And if you have it scheduled, you're not going to have to worry about that at all. It's going to go out at the exact time you want it to go out. And the nice thing is, I'm not 100% sure if Meta uses this, but I used to use Hootsuite for one of my internships, which I think you have to pay for now, which is kind of stinky because you don't have to pay for Meta. But so Hootsuite had this like program in it where it tells you like, okay, on Wednesday the 15th, prime posting hour or like viewing hour is going to be at 2:34 p.m. So that'll be like, that is super helpful because you'd be like, okay, most of my followers are going to be on their socials at this time, so they'll be able to view it like right away, which is kind of nice. Another thing is going to be like prioritizing notifications. So if there's going to be like one person who's viewing your profile like consistently, it's going to show those notifications first to be like, okay, I should probably connect with them and like follow up on things. And then inbox management for your Facebook Messenger. So generalized social media management. So managing multiple accounts at a time can kind of be hard because you could forget, or like, I know when I was managing an account for my internship, I always seem to forget about TikTok. And it's inevitable. You're going to give a couple or platforms more love than a different platform. So just by having the ability to centralize all of it to just one like business suite is going to make your life a lot easier, because you're just going to be able to be active on both of them, and it'll be a convenient convenient thing. So like I was talking about the insights, so it's going to show you how you're doing. I'm not sure if many people run ads. I haven't seen many agents that run ads. Have you, Lindsay?
It kind of depends. Ultimately an ad is run just because you want to reach a more targeted specific audience, not necessarily your followers. So I would say agents typically will run an ad if it is a listing.
I'd be more apt to run an ad because I don't have a lot of followers.
Mhm.
I do, but not in the sense that I think I'd rather market like a listing or something like that.
Yeah.
To a
Yeah, and there's a couple
Yeah.
of different goals that you have with running an ad, whether it is promoting a specific listing or an open house that you're running. Or more for brand awareness, just to get more followers to your business page. So there's kind of those two different aspects of why you would run an ad. So I think people definitely are still running ads. Mainly I would say for listings, is what I've seen.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't seen much, but that's good to know that people
Yeah.
are doing them for listings.
Mhm.
So on the bright side of that, with Meta Business, you will be able to really track how your ads are doing, which is interesting. I mean, you can do this for your other social media posts as well, but for an ad, it'll show you like how many it's reached on like both platforms and like the noise it's made. So just the insights that it's giving you is going to be super helpful to be able to better zone in on your target audience and the demographic that you're trying to hit. So like I said, post scheduling. So you'll be able to draft, schedule, and publish content on all of your channels by using the Meta Business Suite. Like I said, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of that in a little bit. So notifications, you'll be able to see the high priority ones that are going to be most interactive with your posts. And because of that, it's going to help you be able to respond promptly to their like comments, or if they're like DMing you, you're going to want to be able to get on top of that and respond to them because they might be interested in a listing you have or want to work with you as a client.
I think my whole life.
Really? That's funny. Well, like what Abigail was saying last week, she's like, it took her many months to be able to like build it up. But then she's like, once I got it built up, she's like, people DM me all the time and like want to do like collaborations. Like she said she had like a collab or something with Sweet Green reached out to her to do something, which is like so cool because I love Sweet Green.
With a prior business, I used to do social a lot more.
Yeah.
We would get the, DMs and stuff for the business, but.
Oh yeah. We get so many DMs on like our Facebook and Instagram.
Really?
Yes. And it's like Willis responds to all of them with like the same thing because it's usually just like robots, bots that are messaging. But yeah. And then lastly, the inbox management. So it's going to be able to collect all of the message you're getting into one platform and be able to help you organize it and comment back faster and respond to them. So how do you schedule a post on Facebook? So I'm going to be talking about this, and then after, Lindsay's going to add a little comments about scheduling in Command, because you can also do that in Command. But the first thing to keep in mind when you are scheduling is that you need to have a business account. So you have to have a business Instagram and a business Facebook, and those will be connected, obviously. So they'll be able to be posted out on both. This is like a little bit cut. No, we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna move my face.
It looks okay. I think it's just the feeding. It looks okay.
Okay, good to know. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start by logging into your Facebook account. And then once you're in there, you're gonna switch profiles to manage your profiles. Right there on the left-hand side, you're gonna see at the bottom, it says Meta Business Suite. And that is what you're gonna want to click. Step 2, in the little planning tab, on the dashboard, you're going to be able to click on the calendar and then hover over when you want to schedule a post. And then it'll help you schedule like a post, a story, and then you can also like create Instagram reels. If you want to schedule a time to go live, you can also do that. That might be a little hard because you might forget, and then I don't know how that would work. But yeah, so then you can click create the post and then go from there. And then it's going to give you this option to use for when you want to schedule it. So you can schedule it honestly as far out in advance as you want to do it, and then for the time as well. And then after I go through this, I can show you how to also schedule it just from your own Facebook. If you like, if that would be easier for you than using Meta Business Suite. But then you go through, click the day and time that is going to be most useful for you to post at. And then you click save. And
Do
then
you have the chance to only post to one or the other in terms of Facebook, Instagram, or your Facebook business, Facebook personal?
It should allow you, when you are scheduling a post, to post for both Facebook and Instagram. I believe there is a drop-down menu at the very top when you are creating the post to choose the accounts. I'm not sure if it allows you to do business and personal. I have to double check that.
yeah.
But I do know that that's kind of the first step when you are creating a post. Yeah, I've helped a few agents and I just can't remember now if I've seen.
Yeah, I feel like every time I've tried to do, I haven't done scheduling before, but if I've tried to post to all at one time, like just bypassing the future schedule, mechanism, it will only post to maybe the business stuff.
Okay,
So, I don't know, maybe I just haven't figured.
Yeah,
yeah. I wonder-
that's interesting.
Then I typically either copy paste it and
Yeah.
post to personal or share it to personal.
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually, because
But I might just,
I only use like a personal account, so I'm not sure how having a personal and a business would work.
you get all those with a personal account? Like the Meta Suite, is that what?
You have to have a business account to use like the Meta Business Suite. But I think that see, I'm like a collaborator in the KW, or like an admin in the KW Milwaukee one. So it gives me the ability to schedule things ahead of time. But I'm not sure if it has anything to do with personal versus business. Okay, so the second thing or the fourth step is going to be create your post, and then, oh, well, here we go. Select which accounts you want to publish to. So then you're going to add your photos and videos, caption, everything like that. And then you can scroll down to the publishing option, and it's going to let you click if you want it to be shown to everyone, or if you want it to be restricted to just the people who like can view your Facebook if you are private. And then just confirm your time and stuff, and it gives you a little Facebook preview of what it's going to look like. And then the nice thing is it'll also show you what it'll look like on an iPhone or like any other type of phone too, if you click the little phone thing. And then once you're done with that, you're going to schedule it, and then you have now scheduled a post in Meta Business, which is so fun. So then the next thing we're going to talk about is a content calendar. So a content calendar is going to be a framework that's going to have like effectively let you create like marketing stuff and have everything planned out ahead of time. So this is going to be super useful if you like aren't the best about like creating and posting on socials and stuff, because it's going to give you like a plan that you have to follow. So it might be like, on Monday, you are going to post on your Instagram story, and this is what you're going to do. And then like Tuesday, you're going to post a new listing. So you can create it however you want. And there's like literally a bajillion ideas on the internet that you can like go on and like pull ideas from, which is super helpful. Cause then if you're like, I have no idea where to start, if you just go to like Google and Google it, and it'll help you big time.
Are there like positions like digital assistants that can do this stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hire a VA,
Mhm.
a virtual assistant. There are definitely some agents who hire VAs, whether it's for transaction management, whether it's specifically for marketing, social media. The great thing about a VA is you kind of just tell them what you need and they do it, and they kind of place you with the right people.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a really nice thing if you want to have like a VA that'll help you do like all your content, your social media creation, give them what you want and
Or you hire.
they'll do
like
it for
a
you.
School, college kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like an intern for like, like Ava.
Yeah.
Ava does more than just that. But yeah. So benefits of a content calendar. So you're gonna be able to visualize what you're gonna have being posted. You're gonna save time by being consistent. It's gonna give you a little bit of an advantage because I'm not 100% sure how many people are using a content calendar. I don't. I know I made one before for an internship that I had in the past, and I used it for that because then it just made me stay like more on task and be like, okay, this is what I'm posting every single week.
How do you?
You
have to
literally-
See it?
No, you just make this yourself. So,
And how do you stay like accountable to it? So how do you?
and I think the accountability
Maybe
part will be
set it?
scheduling.
Yeah, another thing too that some people implement is, and you can kind of call it whatever you want, but like tech time. So you're time blocking every single week, maybe 30 minutes on a Monday morning or on a Wednesday afternoon, whatever time works for you. And that's the time that you're gonna schedule out these posts. And you're gonna kind of pull together the content, the links, the photos, whatever it is that you need. And that's the time that you're actually going in and you're, uploading the photo with the text and the link and you're scheduling those posts. And whether you do it for a week at a time or whether you do it for 2 weeks or a month at a time, or you just do various different posts. Because it's also good to kind of have some content be a little bit more like off the cuff, like if you're doing a tour, a video tour of an open house, or a new listing popped up and you take a tour of it, or you're on a showing. But maybe you have like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you do more listing specific, like you do a featured listing Friday, or like Wednesday, you do something about like a business in your communities that you serve. Monday is like a gratitude post, whether it's a client or, whatever you want that to look like. But then you also sprinkle in some more like authentic, like, oh, hey, I did this today and we have a reel, or like, so the content calendar doesn't have to be like cut in stone, but like you could have certain days where you are scheduling things.
At least the more regimented content.
Yeah.
Exactly, and then you can have that scheduled for, like I said, however early in advance, like, that you want.
Which I feel like a lot of people like to be more like in real time with it. So then by having like just 2 or 3 things scheduled out for a week that you have like concrete, that might be like nicer, because then you can like make sure that you still are posting, but you're also gonna be able to sprinkle in your own like what's happening this week. But I like that idea of like doing the like Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, because then every other day and
Like,
you can think of cool things.
To be like, okay, every, like, very regimented, like, you don't need to be like, okay, well, I'm posting twice a day, and every single post I'm gonna like, because you might have things come up, like the industry changes, like, and like things pop up where like, oh, that would be really cool, or like you heard something about like, okay, something's going on with like TOSA and there's this big development, and like there's this news article that you read and then you want to share that and you want to, highlight a couple things in that news article and really get people to engage with that post. So there's always gonna be things that pop up that you'll want to share on social media. But having that content calendar just kind of allows you to kind of have that set, ready to go, and then be able to focus on it.
Gotcha.
While still engaging with your audience and having those automatically go out.
Yes.
Cool. So then this is kind of what, like, literally, I just looked up on Google and these were some ones that came up. So you could do like, I mean, this one's obviously very intense, that it's having like one every single day. But like you can get ideas from it for like tips for sellers. You could have something every Wednesday go out that is just like a tip for sellers. And I mean, you don't have to have like the 10 tips, but something like that, or like your testimonials, you could have those go out, or like reviews and stuff, which would be really nice, like once a week. Have something like that go out, or I don't like throwbacks or funny content. I feel like that's good because it also shows like, okay, you're real, like you're a person too, and you have a little laughs every once in a while. And yeah, and I also think like the things on Sundays, like the ask me anything type of thing is kind of cool because people might like see that and be like, oh, well, I have a question about this property, and type that in there, and then boom, you got a lead. And then this is just another one that I had found for like what you could post on social media. So like home buying timeline, 3 reasons to list your home with me, tips for purging your closet, like different things that are related to real estate. That Zillow is out, real estate agents are in. So things like that that can give you just a little bit of ideas to go from. 2 truths and a lie, real estate edition. That's a good one.
I like the list
But-
of photo mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
That's a
some of
funny
those.
one.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah. So it honestly just gives you some things to think about. And that was the end of that slideshow. Lindsay, do you want to come and talk about command?
I don't think you can post to personal.
Okay.
I just checked our like KW account, and it only allowed me to select the business Facebook and Instagram. It didn't pull in.
I did post something to my personal and something was connected and pushed it out to my business pages. And I was like,
Okay.
oops.
Unless it had something where, like your personal page was selected in that. I guess it depends on like where you were posting and
Yeah,
so. Okay, so I'm gonna log into command. And I mean, as Bella said, like oh, I thought this was on wheels. You can, obviously like schedule through Meta, which is really nice and easy, but I think sometimes like Meta can be a little like intimidating because there's a lot of buttons, there's a lot of tabs, and I think what command does really well, it sort of simplifies that that process of posting, and they also make it easy for you to kind of view, if you are scheduling posts, to view that calendar of what you have like coming up. So to find that piece of it, and first actually let me go into, if you want to do that, you do have to connect those business pages in your settings. So when you click your name and click on the settings in command, it's going to take you to that applications page. And this is where you'll find Facebook for post scheduling and Instagram for post scheduling. And you'll see that I've got my accounts connected in here. And so you would just go in, connect account, and follow the prompts and basically log in, connect it in command, so that when you do go into schedule, you're going to see those in there. So then within campaigns, so campaigns is also where you can run paid ads. So again, if you don't want to run the ad through Meta on Facebook, you can actually do it through command. They make it a little bit more of a simpler process. It automatically connects to Facebook and Instagram, where you're connecting your business page. That also will allow you to post the ad to Google as well. So that's actually an added benefit.
Aren't there some efficiencies with the KW command account?
So in terms, like what, for example?
I remember when I posted an ad last year, there was something Wooten said about, like, because it's coming through command, it's like the ad account is maybe like boosted a little differently than it would be if your own personal account. I don't know what.
So you can't do an ad on your personal, but do you mean like doing the ad on Facebook?
Through your own, maybe through your
Yeah.
own.
I think there are gonna be a little bit more like options when you do it through Meta. And command has kind of optimized it where
you don't have those options, it kind of just is going to rely on Facebook's algorithm already and like push out the ad however it thinks it's going to perform best, if that makes sense. So but yeah, I mean, again, totally up to you. One thing that I would actually suggest doing too is run an ad through Meta and then run an ad through Command and see how each perform to kind of get a comparison. I think that's always a really good idea if you're kind of debating on what you want your process to look like. Okay, so when you're in campaigns and you want to go and schedule something or post something to your accounts, you're going to click on the social posts tab. And this is where you can see you've got that week breakdown right at the top and then your list view here. You can also change this from week to month. So if I had anything like scheduled or posted, it would indicate that on the map here. But I can go in and I can do, for example, like I can go in and I can click on create a post. I can also hit this create campaign and choose social post. And so it's going to indicate what accounts I have connected at this drop down right up here. So I've got Facebook and I can check off Instagram as well. So I can choose what accounts I want this posted on. I can add in my text. I can add emojis in here. I can also upload media. So if I click that little icon for add media, that's where I can upload the image that I want to include in that post. For compliance, you don't necessarily need to include this, but this would just add in like the each office is independently owned and operated statement and the like KW logo. And that shows up on like kind of the corner of the image that you're uploading. And then you're either going to schedule the post or publish immediately. If you schedule it, this is where you can choose your date and time. So if I wanted to schedule this for Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I can do so right there. So you do get previews for both Facebook and Instagram. And then you're simply going to schedule post or post immediately if you had selected that option. So really, really simplified, I would say. And again, like you can see all of your scheduled posts. And if you have anything scheduled, you can always go back in and edit, make changes, delete it. I'm trying to see if I haven't done this training in a while. I just wanted to show if I had any like previously posted or scheduled. Oh, so here you go. So I posted something on February 16th at 9 a.m. and I can click on that and I can see. This is my fake business page, by the way, too. So I'm not surprised that it failed. I haven't touched that in a while. So you can see that history. So that's what it looks like in Command. So, all right. Mike, any other questions? All right. Cool. Short and sweet training.